Good morning and welcome to Daddy Ben's How to Shave video. It's come to my attention that there's some bros out there that maybe it's time for them to start shaving, but they don't really want to ask their dad. So I'm just going to give you the rundown on how to shave according to Ben. Start with 1, safety razor. You'll notice that this is disposable, and that's kind of too bad, but I get about 4 to 6 shaves out of this, so I buy them in bulk. Works out pretty well. First thing you need a razor. You're going to need some shaving cream, and you're going to need hot water. Some people like a little aftershave. I like this one. This one is recommended to me by my father-in-law. It smells like I don't know, aloe, so I go with it. Starting by hitting the water, getting it rolling so it's nice and hot. Hot water is important to the shaver. Once it gets warm enough, I get a little on my hands, just get my face wet. A wet face gets you started on all the rest of it. Water's getting warm, so I'm doing okay. Get a little shaving cream in the hand, not too much. Usually 2 little squirts, and I do one side of my face with 1 squirt. Oh look, I got all the way over to the other side. And the second squirt, I'm gonna get in here in my mustache where that grows and up around the mouth. Okay. That'll do most of your shaving. Sometimes you gotta add a little around the neck area. It's not pretty, but we do what works. All right, back to my razor. Hot water, hot as you can get it. Run the razor in the water. It's a pro tip here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the razor across our face in a way that basically allows us, we're just pulling it along the skin, and we're a little scared at first, right? Because you're like, that's a razor, I don't want that on my skin. But as long as you're moving it in a downward direction, it's not gonna cut you. I'm not putting a lot of pressure on this, kind of like if I was taking a bread knife and scooping along soft butter, maybe butter that's like a little bit hard. And you can hear the scraping. Now, I've done this 3 times a week for most of my life, so I've gotten pretty good at it. When you get in here around the nut, well, I'll start on this side now. Because you'll notice I'm kind of stretching my mouth and face out a little bit. I think I do that to make the skin kind of like flatter, and I think it's a little easier to shave. When I'm getting around the mouth, I kind of stretch the skin out by opening up my mouth. Looks kind of stupid, but the only time anybody's ever going to see it is when they watch this video. And then you get to the neck. Now you'll notice up till now I've been going down, down, down. But the neck requires a little bit of extra attention. And that means you got to be a little more careful around the neck, because now I'm going to start going up to the chin. And I'm doing a lot of these little scratch, scratch, scratch strokes. Coming back here, I'm going down again. And then another one up to the chin. Okay, now we're getting to the part that's no fun because it's right around your mouth. Do this, kind of make your mouth flat. Yeah. And yeah, I'm being a little more careful this time. With a new razor, you'll almost never cut yourself. If you're going fast with like a razor that's been dulled a little bit, sometimes you catch yourself just a little bit. And then come this way. And finally, this little tricky part around the chin is just a lot of little strokes. Now, some people like to rock the little funny mustache right there. Not really me. So I'm gonna do all that. Now you'd think we're done because that looks like shaving, but actually you can go over everything again even without the shaving cream because it's pretty slippery in there. And then I found that there's a couple of spots and you can feel them where the hairs are there. And you can come up across the cheek there and get those. Same thing over here. And each time what you're doing is you're using the razor under the water to kind of clean the little hairs out. Now, if you have like longer hairs that have developed up there, it might take like a lot of running water to get those out of there. But typically when I'm shaving, you know, unless I'm shaving off a whole beard or something, I'm just looking at these little hairs here. I know, it makes you cringe a little, but hey, that's life as a clean-shaven man. There's benefits aplenty, let me tell you. You feel good, you look good. Now I switch back to a little colder water now, cold, hot, to do one rinse. One good rinse. Maybe I'll do a dry off now with a towel. And then I apply the aftershave. Aftershave needs very little. Here, let me see if I can do it in the hand. That's already probably too much. Get it in the hand, it's kind of a squishy gel. Slide it along. And what this does is it keeps your face from stinging afterwards. Basically, after you shave, your skin's a little bit raw, and maybe for a half an hour or something, you'll feel like, oh, it doesn't exactly hurt, but it's kind of like dry. This keeps that from happening, and you're good to go. Another day in the life. Hope you enjoyed it.